0 to 1, what is step one? Like I think I read on your LinkedIn, Pipe Monk, you
Yeah.
were the initial hire, I think the first, second, or the third person
Second,
to be.
yeah, I think second or third. I
Yeah.
specifically, it's too long back now. But yeah, there were two founders in a shared workplace and one developer, right? And
Oh, way too
so,
early.
yeah, way too early and way too risky for me personally, very vulnerably sharing, because I had got a offer parallelly, which I had to choose between, which is still alive, still growing. It's an international company, well-known
Nice.
SaaS brand in India. So I kind of rejected their offer to join Pipe Monk, right?
Okay.
And like, I can't have absolutely even a zilch of doubt or looking back at that decision and saying, hey, maybe I could have been happier in the other company, because two things. One is, I think, like I said, like you also reflected, learning is very, very internal feeling, right? Like when you learn something good, you have a almost like orgasmic feeling that, hey, I learned something, and nobody can
Absolutely.
replace that. Nobody can tell you to have that feeling, right? So for me, learning in Pipe Monk 0 to 1, and what is the first step, was learning which I still apply, which I will continue to apply wherever I go. And it is not something you will get in a framework, spreadsheet, or a podcast like this, right? Unless you talk to
Yeah.
that person. So
Yeah.
for me, step one, according to me, is actually realizing what the customer is feeling as a pain point every day,
Hmm.
right? And I wanted to dissociate the product and service from the pain point. Even if it is there, even if you understand that insight, I think that's the first step. What I mean by that is, anecdote, of course, which is, this was my second day there, second or third day, and I had joined from a non-SaaS company, NEN, National Entrepreneurship Network, where I had, I think, 1.5 to 2 years of good growth there, both as a professional and also as a community. We grew pretty well. So I was too excited to, kind of marketing karenge, and we will change the world in this industry, and I had this flywheel effect and all that in my head.
Yeah.
So there is this guy, fellow founder, friend and mentor, for me and the founder then, Satya's friend, Vijay Sharma. I don't know if you have heard of him. He was the co-founder at Exotel, and then started
Right.
belong.co.
Right.
So he wanted to meet me because he's the one connected Satya with me, right?
Okay.
So he was excited to see कि भाई तेजस्वी क्या कर रहा है, what is Tejasvi up to. So he came in, he asked me, okay, tell me what's your plan with Pipe Monk's marketing, right? So I was too excited to showcase what I have, in my head, and I spent like 10 minutes to draw a fly chart. Quora marketing, at that time Quora was growing
Yeah.
big,
Right.
and website, blog, this, that, and I created a flywheel that I had in mind and all that. And I did it for 5 minutes, didn't look back, right? I just completed the diagram, and then I looked back and said, questions, confidently asked. So he asked me, okay, let's start here. Give me 3 pain points a PipeMonk customer feels every day or every week, whatever the
Yeah.
frequency is. I was blank, right? Of course, it was day 3 or week 1,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that question is so first principle
Yeah.
that any new hire, especially in marketing, can do the mistake I did, which is,
Yeah.
I have learned something in my past. I want to
Hmm.
apply something here because it's a new job. Let's start applying, right? So I think, regardless of you being a founder, salesperson, marketing person, first step, as long as it's a software or a product or a solution that you're selling, just understand the pain points the customer is facing. Because like you said, the content that really connects is something relatable. It could be something bad, it could be something good, something positive, something negative. So understanding the pain point, regardless of whether you are solving it or not, if you get that, then the trust builds. It's almost like therapy for somebody consuming content, that hey, this
Right.
person just gets me, right?
Yeah.
It could be as good as like a sitcom kind of a video, like a funny sketch, saying, hey, I know how your manager is too hands on, as an
Right.
example, right?
Hmm.
If you see that video on LinkedIn, you will connect, and you will want to see who is this person, what are they building, right?
Right.
So according to me, it's the first step. Like, understand the key pain point somebody is really feeling. If you are solving it with your product and solution, great. If not, start creating content around it, and eventually people will start trusting you that your solution also works. So kind of, that's where I think I will not kind of overcomplicate it, but understand the pain points.
Right.
The more frequent the pain point is, the better.